Hi everybody, it's Crystal. Welcome to my channel, Bagoday Crochet, where we talk about everything that is yarn and crochet related. I got tons and tons, well over 1,000 crochet tutorials, and they are all free, all of them, for you to enjoy. All you have to do is subscribe. And we like to talk about yarn here. So we're going to talk about some yarn today. I do have a tutorial for that blanket there on the chair. It's called my Secret Windows blanket. I forget sometimes because I got so many dang tutorials. But yes, you will find that on my YouTube channel if you look. So, but today we're going to talk about some yarn. We're going to talk about some ice yarn. Now, I'll be honest with you. There was a time, I've been on YouTube for a long time, and there was a time I did not like ice yarns. I didn't like ice yarns. Something about them I didn't like. Well, one thing, I didn't like the high shipping cost. You know, a lot of people don't like ice yarns because of the high shipping cost. I didn't like the yarn in general. I think that was my problem. I think that I just never wanted to give them the time of day, and I apologize to ice yarns for that, because something popped in my head one day, and I'm just like, you know what, I'm going to give them another shot. I'm going to give it another shot with an open mind. I never could navigate their site. I hated that too. And I sat down one day and I learned to navigate their site, and I found out they have an astonishing amount of yarn. I could buy ice yarns every day, every single day, and never buy all their yarn that they have there. So, you know what? I gave them another shot, and then I'm like, you know what? Their yarns are pretty good. Actually, their yarns are most of them are dead ringers for what we have here in the States. And it's probably the same yarn. More than likely, I don't know. And then I got in on that shipping cost, and I realized, hey, if you take their inexpensive yarn, it's so inexpensive, but the shipping's so high, and you add your cost of the yarn and your shipping together, and then you divide it by how many balls you get, it's super inexpensive. It really is. You go to other stores and they entice you with that free shipping. It ain't free. It ain't free. They just charge you more for the yarn. That's all. ICE is just selling cheap yarn, but they're charging you the true shipping cost. That is really what it costs. It actually probably costs more, but because I've shipped a lot overseas in my time, and I know it costs a lot of money. But I'm gonna quit talking. So ICE had some new yarns. And Bagoday loves to look at new yarns. Let's look at some new yarns. Oh no, it's in a bag. It's in a bag. You know what? I'm going to start off with this. You know, I don't remember if I've ever had this before, but I'm going to tell you about it. So what I do when I do a ice yarn review, I show it a number, and then you can go to Ice Yarns and you can type in that number. It'll bring up this exact yarn in this exact color. And if it has other colors, they'll be right down below. Okay, so I'm gonna talk about this one. It's 47190, and this is their Savor yarn in a rose pink. Now the reason why I bought this, because I was watching Juan, the Yarn Addict. Now if you don't know Juan, please check him out. He is a very, very good YouTuber. He's relatively new, and he's very, very personality-wise, he's very magnetic, I think I would say, for me. I really can't stop watching him. So I was, he likes to talk about yarn and whatnot. So I will link his channel below. If you have not checked him out, please do. Anyways, I was watching a video of his not long ago, and he was talking about this. He was comparing this yarn, Savor yarn, to other yarns that we have here in the States. So I thought, well, I'm gonna look at it and see what it's about. Okay, so I always say sometimes ice yarn smells a bit like the factory. But if you leave it out, it goes away. so it really don't smell that bad today. Don't really smell. This smells like yarn. Okay, so this is their Saber yarn. It's 100% Draylon acrylic. I'm gonna give it to you in meters today, okay? So just remember, it's gonna be a little bit more yards. It's 330 meters, 200 gram ball of a medium weight, number 4 weight. Well, let's check out their 4 weight. Here we go. It's not a bad 4. It's not bad. I don't think it's a bad 4. But everybody looks at yarn weights differently. That's one thing I learned on YouTube. Yes, and they see color differently. So, yeah, to me, that's pretty good 4 weight. What's it feel like? What's it feel like? To me, it would feel kind of like Red Hot with Love. It's, you know, it's like, it's not quite as stiff as Red Heart Super Saver. Actually, it's not stiff at all. I would say it's scarfable. You know, I'd wear a scarf out of it. I would compare it to, you know, some of the other value yarns, value acrylics on the market, because this is, you know, just a value acrylic. You know, the value acrylics, you know, Walmart's mainstay. But, you know, Red Heart with Love, regular Red Heart is softer than regular Red Heart. But, you know, Joann's Big Twist, I guess, maybe Lion Brand, Basic, I don't know. That one might be a little bit better than this one. I don't know. Anyways, so, it feels pretty good. Now, one thing when I watched Juan's video, he was talking about, he thought he crocheted with it, and he said that he was saying that it was hairy. He was calling it hairy. So what he would call hairy, I would call, I need that on, don't I, for light purposes. I would say that it has some fuzz to it. That's what I would call it. And some acrylics do have, value acrylics do have that fuzz that you're seeing. I noticed when he worked with it did get a little bit more fuzzy, but not bad. It's, you know, if I was to compare though the way it looks to probably, you know, I don't have any right now. Other ones, some aren't quite so fuzzy, but you know, it just has a little bit of fuzz on it. That's all. Ain't nothing wrong with a little fuzz, a little bit of hairy yarn. Just kidding, Juan. I'm just kidding. No, when you looked at it, you should go watch this video. He compared it to a lot of value acrylics. He did a really good job on that video. But you know, I'm gonna agree with him in the end that it is pretty much just a basic a value acrylic yarn. Not a thing wrong with it at all, and it's relatively inexpensive. So yeah, I would agree with that assessment. That is pretty much like value acrylics, you know. Nothing wrong with it. It's an inexpensive value acrylic. There's nothing wrong with it. So if I was making an ice yarn order and I needed some value acrylic, I would probably throw some in. But you know, value acrylics are pretty common here. So, you know, it would be, you know, I used to run to Walmart and get some Red Heart, or actually, I like Walmart's the mainstay a lot, you know, no. But yes, there's nothing wrong with this. So, I talked about that one enough. Remember to check out one. The color is really pretty though. I like the color. The crinkles of the bag are kind of annoying, aren't they? Alright, I think this one was new. If it wasn't, I never had it. It's new to me. It's new to me. There's the number. I can't read it backwards, so give me 1 second. Okay. Bonfire Air. Bonfire Air. Well, I can tell right off, that is a chain spun yarn. Chain spun. And it's not that soft of a yarn at all. In fact, it's very not soft. Okay, This one is called Bonfire Air. Now they're classifying this as a bulky number 5, my favorite. 120 meters, 50 acrylic, and 50 polyamide. Well, let's check out their bulky 5, shall we? Shall we check it? There it is. That's an alright bulky 5, I guess. Probably a thinner side of a bulky. Yeah, it's a thinner side. To me, I would call that a thinner side of a bulky. But whatever, nonetheless, it's a bulky. And you can see that it's chain spun. It's fuzzied up too. So the way it feels is, well, one thing, it's variegated. I'm not a huge fan of variegated yarns. They take a special stitch, really. Special pattern, I guess. But it's just not soft at all. In fact, this is not, I don't think I've, yeah. Okay, this one is one, I guess it would have its purpose for something, maybe something that you wanted to be stiffer. Really though, it being chain spun is supposed to make it like lightweight and airy, but I can only, by feeling this, can you hear it? Sorry about that back. Can you hear the scratch? Maybe you can, maybe you can't. I can hear it, I can feel it. But by feeling it, I think it would be good, maybe for a basket, sure. You know, because even stiff yarns have their place. So even though I wouldn't make a wearable out of it, you know, it's still good for some things. Sorry, 1 second here. My dog's trying to take my banana bread. Edie, quit stealing. Go on. You can't have Mama's banana bread. Alright. And then we have this one. This is called Noble Cotton Print. I don't remember having it. But like I said, Ice Yarns had so much yarn, I could never remember. I think maybe it was new. I think I got their new yarns and then maybe a couple of their old ones. So we got here, we have Noble Cotton Print. It is a medium weight number for 100% cotton, 165 meters. And they're saying that's a 4 weight. I'm saying that that's a thin 4, probably a 3. But regardless, it's a very, very soft cotton yarn. So I would call this, I classify cotton when I feel cotton, I classify it as wearable cotton, garment worthy, or kitchen cotton. That's the terms that I use. So kitchen cotton to me would be a yarn like peaches and cream or sugar and cream. You know, it's kind of a stiffer cotton that has purposes for like bags or things that you use in the kitchen, such as wash rags and pot holders and stuff like that. Nothing you'd really want to make a top or anything out of, because it's kind of stiff. Now, then we have garment worthy cotton. Now, I always say that garment worthy cotton is mainly Pima and Mako. This is a very nice cotton right here. This is a very nice cotton. I like it. It does feel really good. Now, however, it does feel relatively similar to Walmart's cotton. I like that a lot too, though. It's very limited colors, unfortunately, but the weight of it is thicker. It's a 4 weight, but it's a thicker 4 weight than this. Now, people are going to ask me, does it feel like Hobby Lobby's cotton? Well, if you ask, since you asked, it feels better than Hobby Lobby's cotton. Hobby Lobby's, I love this cotton. This is actually softer than that. This is a very nice cotton. Now, if they had it in a solid, I would definitely, actually, I might use this anyways. What's the yardage on this? What did I say? 165. Now, there's 4 in a pack. The thing about ice yarns is, sorry about my clock, is you have to buy whatever pack size it is, whether it be 2, 4, 6, 8. Sometimes they have like 1 ball is a pack, but you can't just pick 1 ball. You got to buy the whole pack. This is really nice. I think even though it's variegated, that it would probably make something cute for my daughter Evelyn, because it's such an extremely soft cotton. I mean, that's a nice cotton. It's got like Pima cotton vibes going on, and a nice Pima cotton. I mean, I like Pima cotton. It's my favorite cotton, but some of them are better than others. This doesn't say it's Pima cotton. It just says it's regular cotton. But it's got the good Pima cotton feeling vibes going on. I like that one. I'll definitely buy that again. Well, for sure. All right. I don't want to make this video extremely long, but it's probably going to be. So for that, I'm going to apologize because there's this one. Okay, I have had this before, but this was a new color. A new color I could not pass up. You know, I had this and I gave it away. Not this color. Different color. This is the Cakes Galaxy. I had to get this color. It's funny. I have, you know how you make carts up at yarn stores? You know we all do that. And then my friend Thriss messaged me and asked me if I seen this color right here. And I go, yeah, it's in my cart. So if you guys don't know Thriss as well, she has a YouTube channel, Thriss and Stitches. Definitely check her out. She's so sweet. This is funny. She's like, do you see this color? I'm like, yep, it's in my cart. So the Cakes Galaxy, like I said, I've had before, but I gave it away. I didn't use it at the time. It is a roving style. Look at those colors. Now that's screaming, hey, Bagoday, you gotta crochet with me because I'm your colors. Can't you see? Oh, yes, I do. I do indeed. It's 100% premium acrylic, 480 meters, and they're saying this is a lightweight number 3. Not a huge fan of the 3 weights, but since it's a roving style, roving, you know, goes from thick to thin. It's the nature of the roving, and if the yarn's pretty enough, I'll work with the 3 weight. And I happen to think this yarn is very, very pretty. So this is a yarn right here that I would it's going to fade out into a nice gradual gradient effect, so you know you wouldn't have to color control. I'm a stickler for color control. If you don't know me, I'm big on color controlling things. That's why I generally try to use mostly I use solid yarns or ombre yarns or self-striping yarns or gradient yarns or stuff like that I can color control. But this looks like one that you know that you're not going to need to color control it because it's going to slowly gradient out from light to dark. I think that's going to be outstandingly beautiful. And I will use this. Definitely going to keep it. I try to only keep one thing from my ice yarn hauls. I don't think that's probably, I don't know. But this is beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful color. They have another beautiful color too. I got it the very first time I got this. I forgot what it's called. Rainbow or something. I don't remember, but it was so pretty. And this was new, and I'm like, I gotta get it. It doesn't smell like a factory today. It's always a good thing. So this was it just one? Oh, 2 to a pack. So you know that's giving me 408. Oh, you know, well, probably 550 yards to guess. I have a 3 weight. 2 of them. That's enough that I can do some damage with it on a smaller project. Certainly, yes. I mean, I can't make a blanket. I can't make a cardigan. But certainly I can make a beautiful infinity scarf. You know, that'd be pretty. Yes, yeah, I think so. Probably even a beautiful wrap, you know. And you could start it there in the middle and go to dark. And if you wanted to, you could start your second cake at dark and go back to light. That way you wouldn't have no break in color. I probably wouldn't do that though. I don't know what I would do. I guess it would depend on what I was making. Sorry if I'm talking too much. You know, there's days like that, right? My mama always said there'd be days like this that I talk a lot, you know? My mom always said. You can turn me off if you want. You can turn me off. Okay. Then I saw this, and I thought, my gosh, that is like every color that Bagoday loves, all wrapped up in one. But it's variegated. But I thought, I can't help it. I'm not a fan of variegated, but that's all my colors. I gotta get it. So this is the number. This was new. Carnival Cream. Oh, I think this is called Carnival yarn. Cream red G. Cream red and gold probably. Well, let's check it out. Every color in here I love. Only one that's missing is the avocado green. The asparagus green. Other than that, that one does smell like a factory today, but that's okay. Let's check you out. Bulky 5, they say. 25 wool, 75 acrylic, 120 meters. Let's check out their bulky 5. There we go. Nice, thick, bulky 5. It's nice. That's a nice bulky 5. I think sometimes bulky 5s nowadays get a little on the thinner side. I think that's a nice bulky 5. But, and you can see the short transition in colors. That is a very, very, very variegated yarn. The color transitions look like they're no more than an inch long. What would I make with that? So this Comforter pack. Now, what's it feel like? You can feel it and you can smell that there's wool in it. But you know, I love wool so much. It's, you know, any type of wool is my favorite fiber. Even straight up scratch you, make you bleed wool. I love it. I think that I mean, I don't wear that type of, I do, but something underneath it. But there's always, wool is always so nice. I like it. I do. Is it, would I wear it against my skin? I would. But remember, I wear a lot of wools, and some of them, so I have a tolerance for a scratchier wool than maybe most people would. So most people, some people might think of this to be a little scratchy. I don't find it really, like, I would wear a scarf out of it and it wouldn't bother me, but it might bother some, you know. So you know, this would be a kind of like a mediocre on the scratchy scale, but I would still wear it because it's, like I said, wool. Don't get me wrong though, I mean, I prefer to wear, like, you know, cashmere is my favorite, Italian cashmere, actually, to be specific, when it comes to wool. And alpaca, and llama, I like that a lot of oil, but, well, I must have thought that I was going to do something with that because I bought 2 packs. Bagoday, you can't keep all that. Okay, so this was new, and it's a busy yarn. When I saw it on the picture, it kind of looked like Christmas, but now it kind of doesn't, because, I don't know. It's still pretty, though. There it is. That's the number for you. Let's read it. Armonia Lana Bulky. Oh, I hope I said that right. Probably did not. Can't pronounce anything. Ooh. It's interesting. So again, very busy yarn we got going on here. Feeling like... Feeling similar to that last one, I would say. 20 wool, 80 acrylic. Bulky 5, 100 and, oh, just 100 meters. So you got about 110 yards. Bulky 5. Here we go. That's the bulky 5. It's a thick bulky 5 there. It's nice. I like it. I think it's pretty. It's got a bit of a shine to it. A little bit of an iridescent shine. I like that. I think that's interesting. That's an interesting yarn. It's cool. You know, I like the black that runs through it. But I really like the little bit of iridescent shine it's got going on. I don't know if it's picking it up on camera. It's probably not. But the colors are quite interesting in this particular ball. This greens and teals and browns and whites and reds. Like I said, when I first seen it, I thought, that looks like Christmas yarn. But now that I see it, it really doesn't. It is so very beautiful. The color is very... I think the color for this is really... The color of this one is really what's getting me. I think I really like that color. It would be interesting to see... It's, again, a busy yarn. Not my thing. but I mean, doesn't mean it can't be my thing. It could possibly be my thing if I wanted it to be. I've used busy yarns before, many times. In fact, when I was young, that's all I ever used was variegated. But now that I don't do that anymore. All right, so I also saw Juan do a video the other day, and he got this new yarn. He must have ordered it before me. Mine was in transit when I saw his video. So, and then I was interested to hear what he had to say about it. So, man, so it was new. This is new. It's called Muffins, and this is the color Rainbow. I gotta fix my lighting problem here. Goodness gracious. Anyways, there's a number. There we go. Muffins. Ice yarn muffins. Oh, I think that, yeah. Juan, if you watch this video, ice yarns, he got this color. I got this color too, Juan. I thought this rainbow was so pretty. I think he mentioned that he was going to make a dog sweater or something out of it. Rainbow dog sweater out of it. I'm actually going to be making my dog a sweater. My little dog. I'm going off on a tangent. Turn me off. My little dog George, he's a Yorkie Maltese Dotson mix. He's a feisty little guy, but he loves to wear sweaters. He loves them. He doesn't tear them off. He loves to put them on. And I'm going to make him a sweater. But nothing for the best for my Georgie. His is getting made out of cashmere. And if I might make a tutorial for it. I'll see. Usually when I do animal clothing, people call me an animal abuser because you get those people who think animals shouldn't wear clothes. You know, everybody's entitled to their own opinion. But my Georgie loves to wear sweaters because he gets cold. He's shaking all the time, and he'll grab his sweater and he'll want to put on. Enough about the dog sweaters. Let's talk about this yarn. Isn't that beautiful? That's a stunning rainbow yarn. That's pretty. So it's a lightweight number 3, the muffin. Do you know Isis muffin cake? The muffin cake. 490 meters, 100% acrylic. Let's look at it. So if I had to, just by looking at it, I'm going to say that it's probably like a reincarnation of Lion Brand Mandala, except for the striping effect is much, there's much more, shorter stripes. But other than that, I would guess that it's probably just the same. Yeah. So you got, there's our 3-weight on that thinner side of a 3, and that's what mandala is. You know, and that's fine. I like mandala. I can use it once in a while. I used to be able to use it more years ago, but now that I'm old, my hands don't work as well. So, this is a gorgeous yarn. I like this. It is very, it's like I would consider identical to mandala, you know, regular mandala yarn from Lion Brand, except for the color is, you know, like I said, the stripes are shorter, and so there's more of them. This is an outstanding color of rainbow yarn. I think that is so beautiful that even though that is a very thin, lightweight 3, I'm going to have to use it on something because I really like rainbow yarns, and that if you felt my Lion Brand Mandala, this is what it feels like. It's just a stunning rainbow. Now the cakes aren't going to be the same. You can see how they look different. That's okay, though. That's okay. I am a stickler for color control, but I think one cake will get me a scarf, and that would be good enough for me. That's beautiful. That's beautiful yarn. I like that. But not only did they have it in rainbow, they had it in a lot of colors that Bagoday liked, but I can only get so many. But you know Bagoday had to get the muffin in brown. So this is the same thing we just saw, only it's brown. Because you know everybody loves brown. I think nobody loves it but me. There we go. That's beautiful. That is beautiful. Now I did buy, oh my gosh, Well, I bought 4 cakes of this brown. I guess that I was intending on making something with it. But as I look further into my bag of muffin cakes, I bought 4 of the rainbow too. I can make something even bigger. And I know what I'm going to make. I didn't know I bought 4. I didn't know. I thought I just bought 2. That's excellent. That's excellent. So, you know, I got over 2,000 yards here because I got 4 cakes of, it is a very lightweight 3, but it's still such a gorgeous, vibrant, I don't know if my camera's picking up how vibrant that is. That is a dark, beautiful rainbow. You know what? I don't even think I'll color control that. Bagoday not color control gives me the heebie-jeebies even thinking about it. But yes, every once in a while, I don't do it. Does it give you the heebie-jeebies? It gives me the heebie-jeebies thinking about not color control. But everybody's different, you know. All right, this is called Big Bang. So it was, they had it labeled as new, but it looks kind of similar to some other yarns they have. So I'm not certain. I like the color of this one. Of course, it's brown. It's brown and like charcoal, I do believe. Okay. This is the Big Bang, 100% acrylic. Ooh, I would never have guessed that was 100% acrylic. I would have guessed that had some wool in it because it's not a very soft acrylic. It really isn't. I wouldn't even consider it a scarfable acrylic. I think this would be No, you know, you can make something out of it that if you want to wear a shirt. I don't know. It would probably soften up. Tell you the truth, it feels. I only use Red Heart Super Saver as a base because I always think that most people have felt Red Heart Super Saver, and you know what it feels like. It's a little stiff. I like Red Heart Super Saver though. This is stiff, maybe a little bit a notch down from Red Heart Super Saver, or equal to or a notch down. But you know, give it a good wash and put it in a washer with fabric softener, and it should soften up. But if you notice and you look at it, it's pretty fuzzy for some reason. See all that fuzz on that? It's not, I mean, I like yarns that, I know you call that a halo, I guess. But I like yarns that have halos, but I don't know. That one's an odd one for being a basic acrylic. There's the color. It's pretty. I like it. I'm going to give it a try. No, I probably won't. I don't know if I will. Because I can't keep all this, and I've done pick too many to keep. I mean, there's nothing wrong with it. I think if you, the color's gorgeous. I think if you, like I said, put it in a washer and dryer, it's fine. 4-weight, huh? Let's check out the 4-weight. Here we go. There's our 4-weight. I'm going to say that's an okay 4-weight. Yeah. 200 meters, so you got about 220 yards per ball. I'm gonna try a hat out of it. I might keep one ball. Maybe, maybe not. I don't know. It's self-striping, so. But, you know, with the striping, it looks like they're pretty short, so. We'll see. We'll see. Alright. What is this fuzzy stuff? It's brown. I got a lot of brown this time, didn't I? Bella Mohair. So I think everything I got was new yarns. So Bella Mohair. Ooh, that's some pretty yarn. This reminds me of many yarns that I've seen before. Only this one was cheaper than the ones I've seen before by a long shot. Okay. So the Bella Mohair is 25 mohair, 65 acrylic, 15 polyester, and 5% polyamide. 330 meters, and they're classifying this as a 4-weight. So I'm just taking a wild guess there. They're going to take all that halo that's on this yarn and they're going to take that as part of the 4-weight. Here we go. Yeah, if you're going to account and then that's gonna have a beautiful halo on it. Look at that. Yeah, if you take into account that halo or that fuzz hanging off of it, that's definitely a 4-weight. Otherwise, it's just a string inside there. But all that fuzz, oh, that is pretty. It's self. You know what? It's like more of a gradient. It's going to gradient itself out slowly, as you can kind of see. I think that's what it would probably do. Can't tell you exactly, but by the looks of it, it looks like it might gradient out itself out. It's soft. It's very soft. Gosh, that's really pretty. I would like to put that with a thinner. That's a pretty thick mohair there. I would like to pair that with maybe a 2-weight, probably a 3-weight, maybe a merino, and then in corresponding, maybe even an undyed merino. The kind of undyed. That would be a beautiful, beautiful mohair sweater. I think I might keep this one, and I might think about doing that, because I bought this yarn before, but from another company, I think Hobium. It's the exact same yarn, it's just branded differently, and it was expensive, and I was gonna do that with it, but I just never got around to it. And truthfully, I think the color I got from Hobium really wasn't my style. It was pretty bright. This is more Bagoday brown, So if I added, like I said, like a 3-weight, I think I would do a 3-weight undyed superwash merino. I would put this with it, even though I don't really like the pair yarns. I would do that with this type of yarn, and I think it would be a pretty cardigan. I like to wear cardigans. Oh, it would be soft too. I think I would do that. Did I get enough to do that? I did. I got 4 bags of it. No, I'm not. 4 balls. 2 bags. They come to me back. 4 balls. So, it would be close. I would just have to. I might have to get another pack of it sometime. But yeah, I think that's what I will probably do with that when I get time. I've been trying to push out the tutorials, and more clothing tutorials. I think that would be gorgeous. This is actually very pretty. One of my faves of tonight. Ooh, it really is. Just thinking about pairing that with like an undyed, because an undyed merino kind of is that color right there, and get the superwash kind of coarse, and I just picturing that into a fuzzy sweater. Okay, Bagoday, move on, right? Tell me, just move on. If you guys could talk to me in the screen, I know you would say, Bagoday, just shut up and move on. Come on now. We ain't got all night. Look at this. I got more of that saber yarn. Only I got it. I don't know why I did this. So, oh my gosh, I just went and got multiples of it. Okay, so I got more of the saber yarn, but for some reason I get it in the same colors. Every time I buy a yarn and I think about making a blanket, I always buy these colors, because I think about what it's going to look like on the back of my chair. So I'm like, I'm going to get some colors, and maybe I can design a blanket and have it for the back of my chair. So I got to go with these colors, I might leave out that light one, but I don't know, maybe not. Maybe one of the medium color ones, and use the brown, the light, one of the mediums, and then this one. Yeah. Well, I just shot my ice yarns only one, keeping one item per ice yarns order. I did that last time too. I was very disappointed in myself, because I am an extremely disciplined person, and I have a lot of self-control. But I'll tell you what, if there's one thing on earth that I lack self-control in, it would be yarn. But I learned to. There's another one. But since I've learned to not keep as much yarn, but I think since I stopped some things on my channel. I don't know if you know that I mentioned that I stopped doing giveaways. I'm not going to have any more until I reach 1 million subscribers, except for one. Little Knits is sponsoring one, but that I'm not sponsoring it. That's from them. Next week, I think, or something. But other than that, I'm not having any giveaways on my channel. Maybe I'll probably have one when I hit 1 million, and after that, maybe only for special milestones. I decided I was going to try to concentrate more on tutorials and yarn content. The things that, I just think I liked to do the giveaways I did, but after a while, they attracted the wrong people and put my mind in a bad, I'm on a channel. I put my mentality in a bad place when people didn't win. So I decided, I think, that I wouldn't. Not public giveaways. How about that? I'll say that. I won't do them publicly anymore. I still give away though. Now this, oh, I didn't give you the number. Now this, I think, is going to be just like Lion Brand's new Woolies Fair Isle yarn that they have. This is the Jord Wool. I probably didn't say that right, but yeah, this reminded me of the Lion Brand's Woolies Fair Isle yarn. I think theirs might have been a bit thicker, but I really love this color. I love a good red. And I think the pink mixed in it was nice. Oh, burgundy, red, pink. That's pretty. So what this is, it's 30 wool and 70 acrylic. It does feel like a Woolies type of yarn. Lightweight number 3, 510 meters per ball. Wow. So what this does, that's a nice, that's a 3-weight, yeah. It's a nice 3-weight. So if you go to their site and look this up, you'll see that it's like a Fair Isle yarn, which means when you work with it, it creates shapes. I think Fair Isle yarns are best suited for knitters, or Tunisian crochet, or straight up single crochet. But I thought I would get this and try it on my knitting machine and see what kind of design. Well, actually, if you go to their site, it shows the pictures knitted up of what they look like, what the designs look like. And I liked this one, so I went with this one. Maybe I'll do a hat with it on my knitting machine. I don't know. Since it has so much yardage, though, I don't know if the design will play out. I'll have to see. You know what? I'll do that on another video. You know, just for fun. Just for fun. Let's see what it looks like. Okay. Okay. Now remember, I'm almost done here. Now remember when I was showing you this Galaxy Cakes, and I said this was a new color and I had to get it. And then I said when it first came out, they had this one color and it was so sticking gorgeous. And I thought it was called Rainbow. I wasn't sure. And I had it, but I had given it away and I never used it. I guess I was thinking of it because here it is right here. This is a very pretty yarn. Galaxy Cakes. I don't know the color of it. I don't even know the name or the color name of it. It may not be rainbow. It might be rainbow. But if you type in that number, it'll take you straight to this color right here. So this is the same as that. Now you gotta look at the color on this. You've got to look at the color on this Galaxy Cake and tell me that that is not a pretty. My gosh, that's a pretty cakey yarn. Look at that. Woo! That's pretty. Look at that. That is gorgeous. Now, I love this one. This is more me, but I will make this one me as well. Now, I think it's beautiful. I do. And I think, well, I got 2 of these, so I think that this would turn out to be a nice gradient scarf, the color-wise. One ball would make a scarf. Now, these centers don't match up on these 2, but they did on my brown one, so that's fine. I like it. I do wish the centers would match up, though. It's more, you know. But that's okay. I could start with this one like this, and then when it ends in green there, just start it with the next color and finish it out that way. That's pretty. I love that one. I love it. I love it. All right, I'm almost done. What is this? Oh, it's more? What are you doing, Bagoday, with your life? How has this become your life? How? How did this become your life? Okay, so I got this color again. So this was my first batch, which was they're almost perfectly, I guess they don't match in the centers, do they? Do they? I can't tell. Well, they're pretty close. I think this one has gray. It does. It does. The gray's on the outside of this one. That's okay. But then I got more of it for some reason. Bigger project, I guess. More color control. I mean, to color control a gradient like this, it's different than color controlling a regular yarn. So, you know, you'd use this one, and then your last, whatever's hanging up here on the edge, which is that color, you'd find whatever cake had that color closest to the center, or that's what I would do, and none of them do, so I probably wouldn't even start with that cake. I'd start with this one, and then it would go out, and you see that it ends in that red, and then I would find a cake that started in red, and then I would go that way, and then I'd see which one this one ended in, which is that light brown. So then I can move over to this one, since it starts with the light brown, and then it ends in like a gray. Oh my gosh, it's gonna work out. And that one starts with the gray. I should have marked those in order. I'll never remember that. No, I probably won't use them all in one project. Although now I do have over 2,000 yards of that yarn. I don't know why I got so much. George, don't you be taking my yarn. I won't make you use your... George, just 1 second. George, if you take my yarn, expect a scrubby sweater. I will not make you a cashmere one. It will be scrubby yarn, I promise. He left. He's like, oh no, Mom, don't break out the scrubby. Okay. If you're still with me, thank you for being here. I knew that I'd get George out of here. He's like, I want cashmere, not the scrubby. Okay, so this was a new rock and roll wool. Rock and roll. I like the rock and roll yarn. I do. It's, you know, it's like many yarns I've seen before. But this one is a wool variety. Let's check it out. The red is absolutely gorgeous. I'm making a Georgia red cashmere sweater. He's gonna look handsome in it. But if he doesn't stop, it's gonna be a red scrubby sweater. Scrubby sparkle too. The really rough one. Okay. Oh, this is called rock and wool instead of the rock and roll. Rock and wool. That's cute. What a cute name. So it's 15% wool, 45 acrylic, and 40 polyamide. 145 meters. Lightweight number 3. Let's check out the 3 weight. There it is. It's a thick 3, but it's actually kind of flat. So I think if I rounded it out, let's look at what type of yarn this is. This is a blown yarn. So it's kind of like it's yarn that was blown through a mesh tube. A lot of people would just call it chain spun, although technically it's not. That's pretty. It's not. It's soft too. I like it. It doesn't have a lot of wool in it, but that's pretty. That red is absolutely gorgeous. I'd definitely buy that again. That'd make a nice sweater too. I just love the color. I really like red a lot. I mean, I love a good red. Blood red. Well, brick red is probably my favorite. And then blood red is probably second. But red's a pretty color. Alright, so sorry about that. I'm almost done, and then I'm going to turn off the camera and I will add up my how much my yarn cost and how much the shipping was, and then average out how much each one was per ball. Okay. This this was new on Ice Yarns, although Hobium Yarn sells it the exact same thing under a different brand for a lot more money. I got the same color in Hobium. I did at one time. and Antolina and Antolia wool and Antolio. So I already know what this feels like. I actually got this color because I don't know, it was brown, but when I was looking at ice yarns today, there was another color that I liked that was like brighter, but this is more me. As you can see though, it is a little bit busy looking. But I think it being these rich tones of browns and golds and brick red, look, see a little bit of purple in there. I think that busyness isn't going to be the main focus of it. Maybe not. I just have to see it. It feels fine though, good enough, for me to make a sweater or something out of. I probably don't have enough for that sweater. Wasn't thinking sweater when I got it. I was just thinking I'll get a pack of it because it's a new yarn and I just wanted to talk about it. It's 35 wool, 65 acrylic, 125 meters. What do they say that? That's a 3-weight? No, come on, that's no 3-weight. Maybe. Let's check it out. Here we go. I guess 4-weight. I think that's 4-weight. I think that's like a average straight up average 4-weight. Maybe. Yeah, perfect 4-weight. It's not like on the thicker side like an Aran weight or anything. It's nice. That's pretty. That's too bad I didn't get any more of that. I got 8 balls, 125 meters. I'd probably need another pack to make a sweater. Probably two more packs. Well, I'll put it to the side and I'll think about it. Okay. And then the last thing I got, I showed this. I showed this in my last yarn unboxing. I just got more of it because I wanted to make a wearable with it and I didn't have enough, so I threw a couple more in the cart. But it's their puzzle wool worsted. I talked about it in my last one. There we go. I liked it a lot, and this yellow one was like outstandingly beautiful, and I still think it's outstandingly beautiful. I actually have the other. I bought 2 packs last time. The other 2 packs right over there, sitting on my bed. Because I'm going, it's showing up a little bit brighter on camera than what it really is. It's more of a Dijon mustard color. It does have a little bit of a mustardy yellow to it, but it's absolutely stunning and I like it. So it's very similar to Premier Puzzle. If you was to ask me, that's what I would say that it was similar to. 35 wool, 65 acrylic, and they say that it is a 4-weight. I would say that they are correct on that. I think Premier Puzzle classifies itself as a 5, if I'm correct. I haven't bought regular Premier Puzzle in a very long time. Well, I haven't had any here in a very long time. How about that? So yes, I showed this last time. But like I said, I didn't have enough to make what I wanted. So I knew that I had new yarns. So I threw 2 more packs in so I can make what I wanted to make. And I hope that it's enough still. Yeah, that's plenty. Oh, it's gonna be so pretty. Are you guys excited? I'm excited. I'll do a tutorial on it because I don't want you to... Georgie, I am not kidding. All right, scrubby yarn for your sweater. You better skedaddle. All right, so I'm gonna turn my camera off, count the number of balls I got, and I'll tell you what I paid for it per ball, okay? Okay, so I'm not going to say what I paid for the yarn because I don't like to tell people what I pay for yarn. But I will tell you what it averaged out per ball. So what I did was I took how much my subtotal was of the yarn. And then I added the extremely high shipping cost, which was over $100. And then I added those 2 together. And then I divided it by the number of balls that I got. And it came out to be $3.76 a ball. That is not bad. I can usually, I've gotten it lower. I've gotten it in the dollar range before. But I always say the one thing I learned from ice is the more you buy, the cheaper your yarn becomes. But I think paying that much for this yarn was, each ball is a very, very good deal. You could, I mean, it's very much worth that. Each ball is very much worth that. And I know some people will say, well, some of those balls were small. Some of them were, but some of them were really big. So you have to take that into account too. But even the small ones, you know, with 100, you know, little balls, that, you know, 150 yards in them or whatever. That was some nice yarn. Like I said, a lot of these balls are nice. I mean, there's over 300 yards in each one of these. What's regular puzzle yarn? About $7 a ball. You know, that's what you have to think about, really. And you can get Ice sells hand-dyed yarns. You buy a bunch of yarns, throw in some hand-dyed yarns. I've gotten straight up hand-dyed yarns from Ice before for $3 something a ball, or $3 something a hank. I mean, you really can't beat that. You can't. You can't. I know a lot of people won't buy from Ice because of that shipping cost, but I don't know. I try to explain that it's really cheap to buy from Ice, but it is the most you can spend, you'll get it cheaper that way. Like if you can spend a large sum of money, the more your price per ball will come down. But yeah, that's what I found out through Ice yarns. But like I said, I used to not be a fan, but I am an extreme fan. I like Ice yarns a lot, and I like it when they get new yarns in. And you know, a lot of their yarns are pretty similar and cheaper, including shipping, than what I can get in the States. So, you know, I like it all. I don't know what to say other than they got some cool yarns. This rainbow yarn, like I said, similar to Mandala. Mandala's what? You get it for $6 a ball at Walmart, I think. You know, it's cheaper here, even with shipping. So, I'm going to go. I'm sorry if I went off on too many tangents. And I was just threatening George. I'm not really going to make a sweater out of scrubby yarn. I'll think about not doing that. I'll probably use the cashmere. Maybe. No, of course I will. My baby's worth it. So I'll see you guys on my next video, which I'm certain will be a tutorial because I've been pushing them out. So make sure your notifications are turned on and set to receive all notifications so you don't miss out if you like the tutorials anyways. Some people come here for the yarn content, and I like doing that as well. So to everybody, whatever you're here for, whether it be all of it, tutorials or yarn content, thank you for joining me, and I'll see you on my next video, okay? Okay? All right. Take care. Bye, guys.